let's get started with question number 1. For section A, you need to answer all the questions. Diagram 1 shows function h. Okay, this is a function. State the value of m. State the value of m. So let's look at the m here. This is the m. So we have the m is the image and this is the object. Okay, so in order to figure out the value of m, we need to study the relation between the object and the image. Right. How the negative 2 relate to 3? How the 2 relate to 3? So we will think of how to use the negative 2 and we use the operation, okay, to get the 3. Operation that we use can be plus, minus, divide, multiplication, and also square. So if I look at here, 3 is something to do with negative 2, we can make it 4. And then if 4, we try to minus 1, we get 3. And same thing, we apply the operation. We square, we minus 1 for 2, we will get 3. Looks like it works for this negative 2 and 2 to get the image 3. So we'll keep on testing. If we can't get the answer, we square it, we can't get the answer, we will change to other option. Example, maybe we need to plus, or maybe we need to change the square to something else. So you notice that you have a pattern, right? You see, you have learned pattern in maths, right? Under the logical maths. So then you can see the pattern, right? So if I'm going to test the 6 up, of course I will take the 6 square minus 1. Then I will get 36 minus 1, which is 35. So I will predict the m, it will be 35. That's how you state the value of m. Got it? You have to study, you have to think how to relate the object and image by using the operation square, plus, minus, division, or multiplication. And in fact, this is actually how you derive a formula. So sometimes we say function notation. I'm sure they will ask you. By using the function notation, express h in terms of x. That means you have to relate the x here. It's very simple. You just, let's say you have an x here. Okay, if x, it will bring the x to, of course the x will be still there because we have unknown the image, which is function notation. So then we can say that h is a function that will map the object x to the x squared minus 1. This is so-called function notation. Or you can write h semicolon x squared minus 1. These two answers accepted. Okay, in exam, so you can write h. Normally, we prefer to write equation. Okay, if they say h, you use h. If they say y, you use y. If they say f, you use fx. But here they use h, so we use a hx equal to x squared minus 1. Alright, so that's how you got the answer. So in exam, you have to write your answer in the answer space. Example, just now answer 35 for number 1. Number 2, your function notation is hx equal to x squared minus 1. So please make sure you really understand how to get the function notation. Notation means you have the symbol like bracket. You have to use a bracket, right? If you never put bracket, it's considered wrong. So you have to follow the symbol bracket with the object equal. Or you use semicolon with an arrow. That's called function notation. Right, so this is the answer for number 1. So I'm going to discuss a few questions for one video. I'm not going to make the whole paper in one video. I want to make sure you really understand. All right. So one by one, I will discuss and make sure you really understand. You must really understand the concept for additional maths. If not, you won't be able to solve or get good grade in SPM exam. So right now you are having holidays. It's the right time for you to refresh and then to strengthen your basic. All right. So let's see question B. Let's go through. The following information is about the function f. Function f is about the function f and the composite function f2. F2, we don't read as square. It's not square. In fact, it's sub the f, function f into the f. Okay? When you read f square, then you're going to square the function. So that will be totally wrong. So when you read f2 like this, you in your brain there is object, which is also normally object is x, right? But now the object is a function, right? You must understand the concept. The function, the same function as the object in that function, right? The function always got object. Now the object is the whole function, which is itself. All right. So you are given the function, isn't it? This is a function fx. So you're asking to find the m and n. So this is actually your answer. Normally you don't do from that the answer given. So that means we have to start from here. We will do substitution. You see, we do function. We always see what is the object that we want to use. If the object is this one, fx, so we sub the fx inside, right? So for the fx, this is the right side, you go to right side. Then this whole function you put in here. See or not? Left go to the left, right go to right. So you can say fx, normally we write as this way, easy, or you can write f2x, write properly, so that you know what is going on. In short, this one you can write f2, but you don't read as f square. So then you substitute the function fx, which is mx plus n, right? Okay, let's substitute is mx plus n. Now we need to simplify to the simplest form. Is m times m squared, but the x no square. Then don't forget this m have to go to n and multiply, and finally this n is there, right? Is there. So don't forget. So we will only compare the answer given, 36x minus 21. 36x minus 21. Okay, let's do comparison. So we can say that, let me highlight in. The things are actually exactly the same, left and right. So we can say m squared is 36. So we will have square root of 36. Whenever it's square root, remember you always got a plus minus value. And we leave it first before we did a condition. I'm sure the condition there will mention to you what is the positive or negative value. Later we'll go there. Now we want to solve the n, but it depends the value, the value of the m that we have. So we must go and read the question, but before that we will write mn plus n equal to negative 21. Exactly the same, right? So let's go to the question and see what they want for the, yes, the question mentioned m must be positive. So hence we will say m is positive 6. And then we will reject the m equal to negative 6, rejected, write properly, right? Whatever we want to show to the examiner, we write properly. Then we substitute the m, which is 6, into there. We can say this is number 2. Okay, so equal to negative 21. So 7n equal to negative 21. So n is -3, right? So that's how you get the answer for the question number 1. So I will stop discussing the next question. My video will be short and sweet. I will only discuss 1 or 2 questions, and I want to make sure you really understand. Most important is you understand what is going on. Okay, again, when you see f2, you don't read as f squared. It's actually a function sub into the same function, and the object of the function is the fx itself. Okay, so you do it carefully, study carefully, and make sure you understand after you do. Okay, after you do, you can try to redo again. All right, so that's all my sharing on question number 1. Till then, bye bye and have a nice